Are you gonna organize like the character things that flip through our stats and stuff eventually?
Yeah, eventually. Well, welcome back, everyone, for a lovely evening of Lost Mines of Phandelver. I hope everyone has been having a wonderful Monday.
It's been alright.
Yeah, I had a great weekend.
Hope a little harder next time.
I went to Disney.
Disney World. But
I almost hit 405 on a deadlift.
ooh,
If I could get my damn camera to work.
I got COVID.
uh-oh.
I'm almost
Go
over.
all the way.
Just making me mad.
You should be able to go into your into your Windows settings and type in camera, and it should be able to pull up with all your camera settings.
Everybody has their cameras on. It's a
Yeah,
miracle.
eventually, Graves.
Wow.
Well, I'm not gonna spoil anything. She wants surprises.
You already spoiled it.
Oops.
I don't know what's going to happen.
I've actually been
job.
like really close to just buying her a fucking Keo. The same thing I have, because it's cheap as hell and easy to use.
Yeah,
Oh.
but
Fucking bite me, you fucking bitch.
anyway,
Jazzy, what the hell?
to get to the recap of
Did you
last
not
session.
feed her today?
So, waking up, or what happened last time is the party woke up to a frightening sight of a large owl bear. And the party very quickly stepped up to dispatch of this foe, and in nearly record time. Enjoying the easy victory and the restful evening, our party continues east down the Tribord Trail towards Connieberry. Arriving just after nightfall, the party decided to make camp inside of an abandoned general goods store for another night of rest. Then set off in the morning, just before dawn, through the Neverwinter Wood. Very quick travel into the wood. The trail the party had been following seemed to end with the canopy of trees starting to curve and create almost a natural archway that emptied into a small meadow. Sitting in the center of this meadow was the home of Agatha. It was a small hovel constructed mainly of thatch and mossy branches. And with the help of the smooth-talking Nidus, who entered the hovel and made the exchange with the Banshee woman, and received the little information they could about Bowgentle's spellbook, which was previously given to them by Sister Garel, who the party later figured out was a member of the Harpers. Quickly turning tail and leaving the forest, the party set course back to Phandalin. While en route, the party witnessed a massive white dragon soar over them and disappear somewhere into the skies near Icespire Peak. Nearly charging back into the town, our party reconnected with Sister Garel and informed her of the information they had received, and decided to speak with Sildar Hallwinter to exchange information as well as accept the task of attempting to quell the Redbrand Ruffian problem that the town has seemed to have for the last couple of weeks. This is where we return to our party, just as they were leaving Sildar's office in the Town Master's Hall, right after they had accepted the quest and received the payment from Sister Garel of a few health potions. So, party, you guys are situated just outside of the Town Master's Hall, which is marked on your map. Just before, just as the sun is going down, the air in the area is getting a little, or is continuing with the chilly winter nip, and wind that is blowing through the area. The snowfall has lessened, but there is still a fine misting of powder, of white powder all over the ground, offering a small crunch to your steps as you guys continue to walk. In what direction?
Redan's heading towards the inn. It's late. It's been a long day.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And I got 2 free nights.
So, heading over to the Stonehill Inn, let me move you guys over to the appropriate map. Let me get rid of some of these tokens. There we go. You're greeted to, a little bit more lively scene, inside the Stonehill Inn. There's more, some of the regulars that you saw the last time that you were here are still sitting in their usual spots, but there are more people now around the building, and there are a small set of musicians that are standing on the stage in the against the far wall and playing a relatively jaunty and uplifting tone or song. You see that standing at the base of the stage is a small cap that looks to only fit the gnomish lute player that stands out front, and it is spilling over with copper pieces and few pieces of silver. And back behind the wall or bar is Toblin, who you've interacted with before, as well as his son Pip, who's scribbling away on some smaller pieces of parchment behind the bar. And his, you can see through the small window of, into the back of the kitchen, Trelina, who is quickly making food for the evening. And for those of you who had introduced or gotten introduced to her, Elisa is the barmaid that is continually running back and forth between the kitchen, the bar, and to the other guests. And you can see that she's moving a mile a minute, going back and forth, serving the guests, all while continuing to wear a welcoming smile and even stopping to talk to a few of the patrons. But as you guys stand on the bear rug that is in the center of, or in the entryway, what do you guys want to do?
Gonna walk my way up to the bar and present the group's note from Holmatude to Toblin.
Okay. Oh no, we lost somebody.
Oh, there goes the internet.
Internet shitting out on you again.
Yeah, I did that earlier.
Hmm.
Feels better.
Well,
this time.
let's see. John, really? Hold on 1 second. But yeah, go ahead. You continue and walk up to the bar. And Toblin is standing there making a few extra drinks. And Berdane, nice to see you again, friend. Need a room, ale, food? We can do it all.
No ale for me. I do have a note from Solar, however, concerning the Stone Hill Inn and my adventuring group. It seems that we've been gifted 2 free nights Is that something that you might have worked out with Sildar? It's very nice.
He's gonna take the note and look at it and it's like, well, no, I didn't work this out with him, but he seems to be covering the tab for you, so I'm more than happy
That's all I
to.
understood.
I'm more than happy to give you or let you have your keys to your room again, and have no issue.
Of course. Right. Don't pay any mind to Storm.
Make a
assure you
performance check.
She'll pay for any property damage she might incur. Oh.
Can I make a stealth check?
That's a 10 total.
Okay, so the group that's standing on the stage is looking at you very confused, but they continue to play a slightly slower tune to attempt to match your haphazard dancing. And yeah, Vladius, with that stealth, everyone is like, you can see as you kind of creep up towards the front of the stage, especially the gnome that's standing out front with the lute looks dead at you.
Oh yeah, I figured that.
Storm keeps dancing and singing anyway.
What was that, Claudius, by the way? You edged towards the stage and then you backed off.
Is this the stage? Or is this the stage?
Link, or click on it again. Yeah, that's the stage with the the smaller bear rug.
So I would have made my way over here. I want to creep my way back.
So you would have wanted to come in from the other angle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I would have come up from here, I guess. But anyway, I was just doing a perimeter check, you know, looking over the place for our safety.
Hey, Claudius, I've been around for a long time, and you're not that subtle. At least not here. Alabaster skin, charcoal eyes, horns, tail, the whole nine. Yeah, most people don't take too kindly to that sort of behavior. I get it. I do, trust me. Just, you know, maybe keep it a bit more moral. Huh?
As you would say, with the big hands, as you would say.
We do have an image to uphold, after all.
Storm's upholding it well right now.
That's her image.
She looks like she's having a lot of fun, if it makes you feel any better.
Eh, I'll let her be. Well, Tobin, is this...
Old habits die hard, Berdain. I'm sorry.
I know too well. Well, Tobin, does that note flies?
Yes, it does, sir.
Right.
And he's gonna hand out a set of keys for you. Unfortunately, I still only have a limited number of rooms, but here you go. Here's the lot. Just try not to break anything while you're under the guest list of our new town master, please.
I wouldn't dream of it. Speaking of, I believe I'm going to go upstairs and have myself a hopefully pleasant dream right now. How many room keys did we get, by the way?
3.
3. Alright. So, well, I'd rather not take one for myself and seem stormish. So, who would like to bunk with BB?
I thought Lunk was bunking with you.
Oh, it can change?
I'm not there.
Right. Lunk, Vladius? Any takers? If not, I'll have the whole room to myself.
Nidus will take you up on it.
Oh, Nidus. Nothing quite like sleeping next to a pile of grease and gunpowder.
Oh, I'm sure he smells fantastic in that room.
Well, good night, everyone. I'll see you early in the morning. We have
Good night, big hands.
a job to do. Don't forget.
Okay.
I'll make my way upstairs.
Verdane being the first one to make his way upstairs and settle in for the evening. What is the rest of you doing downstairs? I'm assuming everyone is here.
Storm is dancing on the table, right?
Yes.
Vladis had a quick moment where he broke character and smiled, and then he's going back to his stoic form of statuesque face.
Okay.
He's just kind of wandering around the room, trying to blend in, but thinking of what BB said about staying out quite a bit. And thinking about maybe not liberating so many free coins as he used to be able to, because he stands out a little more than he thought he did.
Okay.
When Storm finally makes her way back to the bar and gets a drink, she's actually gonna talk to Toblin's there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. He's sitting behind the bar, pouring a few extra drinks for others, and as you walk up, he hands you another one, and or hands you one, and same as last time.
Toblin, yes, please. I had a question.
And what that might be.
Well, we heard some interesting news that your son and his friend might know something about some goings on in town, and I was wondering if I could have your permission to have a word with him.
And as he begins saying this, Pip will excitedly look up and yes, yeah. My buddy Carp, he found a tunnel underneath that one place, and there's these mean guys that scared him away. What
was the place?
Oh, I don't know.
Could you describe it to us? Perhaps your father will recognize it.
I didn't get that much information other than what he saw. But you could talk to him. Well, maybe. I don't know. He doesn't like talking to people.
I heard he's a bit shy.
Yeah,
You think he'd be willing to maybe talk to me, though? Maybe I could convince him?
Maybe if I was there with him, because he likes to talk to me a lot.
Sure. We can talk to him tomorrow, perhaps? With
He'll
your father's permission, of course.
He'll look up to his dad at that point, and Toblin smiles and ruffles the hair on his head, and you go ahead. It's perfectly fine. Just don't go running off with these adventurers, because, you know...
We'll make sure to bring him here before we make any rash decisions.
Thank you, Lass. Thank you. And since you're so nice, that mug is on us.
Oh, thank you very kindly, sir.
Next one's on you, though.
Of course. And she raises her mug to him and starts drinking.
Okay. Lunk, what are you doing, sir?
He said BRB.
Okay.
I was gonna say, Vladius leans forward and chimes in, if the next one is on her, I hope she has a change of clothes.
You're funny, Mr. Tiefling.
Just make a joke, Vladdy.
I think I did.
We're rubbing off on you.
We have plenty, we even have nights for, instead of having the stage hogged by these eccentric musicians, we do have a comedy club every third night of the week, if you're interested, Mr. Vladius.
I'm gonna step on by for that.
Ooh, if you have any openings, I'm sure I could figure out a show to put on. I have
Sure, it's
few
open.
tricks up my sleeve, and she's actually gonna cast shape water. Can she do shape water on her ale?
Yes.
And she's gonna start making shapes with it and stuff like that, and twisting it around.
And Toblin is gonna be like, okay, interesting.
Maybe Val and I could put something together. She could put music to it.
Oh, it's and he's gonna look over to the other tiefling in the room, musician. And she'll respond in the eccentric way that she does. And he'll continue with the conversation of saying, you know, well, tonight's scheduled music events, but on the 5th night, tomorrow, in fact, there is open stage for music.
Ooh. Val, that sounds fun, doesn't it?
Again, she'll very excitedly answer you.
I'm sure she does.
But what was Lunk doing in this situation? Burdane has already gone upstairs. Storm and Vladius and Valera are chatting up Toblin, the barkeep. You are muted.
Sorry, I had to unplug and move some stuff around. I would have. Has Lunk been drinking?
If you want him to be.
Nidus would have to flavor it for him.
You know what? I don't have any coins on me. Somebody flip a coin for me.
I'll just roll a d6, high or
There you go. You know what? Let's go highs. I've been drinking.
All right, that's a 4. You've been drinking.
Right. He has been drinking, and
Is very dissatisfied because it does not taste
does
the
not
way
taste
that
like bacon anymore.
Oh,
does not taste like pork anymore. Very
Look,
displeased.
I thought you didn't like ale.
It makes me feel good. He just like
Sure
downs
does.
the whole thing.
in the last couple of sips, Valera will giggle and then use prestidigitation to make it taste like bacon again.
Is there a way that she could just make it that, like, the specific cup I'm drinking out of, like, things will taste like bacon? So she essentially doesn't have to keep casting it. I know that's not exactly the way prestidigitation works, but...
Well, I'll assume you're asking this in Lunk's,
Well,
broken,
I was asking
but,
you, the DM, is there a way to do that? Or
well, I was gonna answer as
do I have to keep
Toblin.
asking her?
I was gonna answer as Toblin. As you ask this question, he laughs and slams his hand on the counter, like, well, isn't that just the best idea? I know of some enchanters in Neverwinter or Waterdeep may be able to do something of the sort, but it may be a little bit costly.
You should patent that idea. You could make loads of money.
All things would taste like pork?
All things, I believe. I don't know how magic
throws
works.
his whole bag of money right on the fucking counter.
He just stands back. I can't do
Can
it.
I
Lunk.
get this?
Lunk, I can't do this. I can't do this.
Well, who?
In Neverwinter.
One
Big
day.
city.
Big city we come
Lunk.
from.
Well, it seems like you missed your opportunity there.
Ah! No.
No, do not rage in the middle of my bar. Here's another drink. Calm down. Please.
I give him the coin for the other drink. Oh, jeez.
I do believe, Lunk, this is what we call a goal. We now have the goal of finding you a mug that tastes like pork all the time. Exciting, right, friend?
Yes, even water tastes good then. Lunk hates the taste of water, but he understands it's a necessity.
It's probably
He's one of
because
those
we
people.
drink dirty river water.
What's different?
Have you ever had filtered water, dear?
What?
Oblin pops up. What's a filter?
Oh.
I don't know if...
Lunk and Toblin just, what?
And also, it's about this point in the evening, Nidus and Burdane has gone up to bed. You two, or the three of you, or four of you technically, have had a few rounds of drinks, so go ahead and mark. The first one was covered from all of you, so go ahead and mark 8 copper pieces off of your... What's up?
Vladius doesn't actually drink. He usually just stands around and pretends to and be social, so he's probably like on his first drink that he's dumped like half of it on the floor.
Well, Val is also probably trying to persuade you to drink more.
Storm's trying to persuade you too.
How much copper did you say?
It was a total of 8 copper if you've had the 2 drinks, or technically 3 at this point because the first one was free. And
another one
gone through it.
And when he brings it, she's gonna shove it into Vlad's hand and go, "Look, I paid for this one, so you're gonna have to feel guilty if you don't drink it now."
And then I gotta be honest with you. I feel like since Lunk is like new to drinking, I should already be making the Constitution throws.
Okay, go for it.
Because I feel like new drinkers get drunk fast.
Yeah, I'll adjust the DC because you are a big dude. So go ahead and make your Constitution save.
Boop.
And it's a
17.
You're tipsy, but not drunk.
Okay.
But it's at this point that
grow up.
That you see Sister Gorell, in a little bit different attire than what you left her at instead of the priest or the priest vestiges that she was wearing at the shrine, that were a mixture of like blues and greens and some gold embroidery. Now it's a simple brown tunic and cloak that it still has a little bit of like refined and a modicum of like high society in it, but still very basic. And she walks in and immediately looks around the bar and makes a beeline for Vladius. And she is going to take her small hand and tap you on the shoulder to get your attention.
Vladius like jumps with a reaction.
Oh,
you
might want to watch out there, sister. He's a bit jumpy. He tried to shoot me once when I surprised him.
Please don't do that. Gladius, was it?
Yes, sister.
May I speak with you?
But of course.
And she's gonna pull you away to one of the quieter corners of the tavern. And before we get into this, Burdane, what are you doing upstairs? Just straight breaking down and going straight to sleep?
Yeah, taking off some of my gear, making sure it's all nice and put.
Okay. You do have a little bit of clashing with Nidus as you guys like fight for a little bit of space, and I guess it's a little frustrating with him and his music box or his coin that he makes sounds for the evening instead of having a nice quiet night. But you fall asleep pretty easily, Burdane. Back to Vladius. Sister pulls you over to the one of the quieter corners, and I happened to notice whenever we were speaking earlier, you were you had your eyes perked up a little bit whenever I mentioned the hoppers and what we did. Are you interested?
It sounds interesting. Sounds like a good thing.
Well, I gave you a brief idea of what we do. Is that something you think you could continue with?
Yeah. Seems like something good to do while I'm here.
Well,
seems like be good for everyone.
Well, I'll offer you this.
Yeah.
As thanks for taking care of this quest I asked you to do today, if you would also aid Sildar in getting rid of these ruffians, think I might be able to get you in, or get you a spot with the Harpers, if you would be interested in joining.
I would. Something I love doing is getting rid of ruffians.
Well,
So,
consider yourself a watcher. And thank you. And she reaches her hand
will
out,
watch.
and you can mark on your character sheet that you now have the title of Watcher from the Harpers. And shaking your hand, she's going to go to the bar and give a small crystal glass over to Toblin, and he's gonna pour this, or a very it's a fancy bottle of wine that he has underneath the counter that you haven't ever seen him pull out or pour for anyone, but it seems like this is her specific request of wine. And he pours her a small glass, and she takes it and just kind of sits to the further back away from the stage and just watches the show for the rest of the evening, while the rest of you are downstairs doing whatever you may want. But
Storm is gonna make sure that Vlad picks up that mug again, set on a table.
okay.
Will too.
Vlad is gonna pick up the mug and raise a toast to his friends, to his new travel friends here.
Hey!
Let's drink.
So, toasting everybody, the rest of the room and hops in with the toast, and you guys have a fun evening of drinks and enjoyment.
Vlad's gonna start a song. He's gonna start singing a song in Infernal. He's gonna try to get everyone to join in.
Storm is gonna make up common words to go along with it. She has no idea what he's saying, but she's gonna make shit up.
So, it's very quickly after you start into your song, the ones on the stage quickly begin, kind of ad-libbing a tune that go along with the words, and Val kind of helps, or steps in and helps with the melody, and you see the for a few moments as you're singing, the gnome on stage is a little perplexed at the words, but then soon gets the rhyme scheme and starts singing along with you, even though it seems like he doesn't even understand what he is saying. And
Storm singing in common, making shit up.
but it's a fun night. You guys get pretty tipsy throughout the evening, and it gets a little rowdy. To a point where some of the calmer patrons of the Stonehill Inn get up and leave, after paying, of course. And after this evening of drinking and gallivanting, you separate out to your party, or to your rooms that with the keys that Burdane had given you, and you all settled in for a night of rest. Rest comes easy to all of you, and it is a rather uneventful night. And Burdane, we discussed you're keeping that amulet on you. Yes? Or do you want to set it on the table?
Well, just shove it in my pocket.
So, nothing extreme. Like, you have your regular rounds of dreams. You have, the nightmares of your ex-wife, the wonderful dreams of spending time with your children, and, some fond memories of the time in the military. What is different about this night, though, every time you look into someone's face as you are dreaming, you remember, some of your kids have the bright blue eyes that you have, or the different shades of green that your wife has. However, now they're all this ominous green glow throughout the entire series of dreams that you have. But nothing besides that is any different from a regular dream or a regular evening. And all of you waking up the next day on the 21st, gather your things, make your way downstairs and have a party breakfast prepared for you.
Is Pip down there already? Is Pip down there already?
Yes. He is down, and it looks like he's put on a little rougher tunic than he was wearing yesterday. And you get the feeling that these are his outside play clothes. So he doesn't fuck up his normal clothes.
Alright, friends. I spoke with Tobin last night, and Pip, his son, and Pip is going to take us to his friend Cobb, so we can ask him some questions about what he might have seen. He apparently found some sort of secret entrance or secret tunnel, but Pip doesn't remember where, so we're gonna have to ask Cobb. And then we have to return Pip to his father before we make any decisions after that.
Right. Sounds fair. Where is Cobb? I remember hearing his name and hearing his mom's
He's
name.
Alderleaf. Yes?
Alderleaf
I
Farm.
believe so.
Well, I suppose Pip will lead us there.
Yeah, I will. Try to keep up, and he just runs out the fucking bar. Full speed.
Okay. Off we go.
Can Lunk follow him?
Yes.
Oh,
And
there
he
they
sees
go.
Try to keep
this-
up, and
He's
Lunk
a
just
barbarian
immediately starts
speed.
sprinting right after him.
He sees this massive hulking creature that he hasn't really spoken to yet start chasing after him. You see the flash of fear on his face, and he's just like, oh shit.
Storm kind of jogs after him and goes, "It's okay, Pip, he's friendly, he doesn't bite."
He's still scared, but he's not as scared now, and he's just running. He's on the way down
Lunk,
the
play
trail.
nice.
Lunk win race!
Okay, roll me an athletics check.
Even though I don't know where I'm going. That's let's see, roll a 7, that's a 12.
12? Okay, so there's a moment where you and Pip get neck and neck with your giant stride. But as he looks up at your giant figure, you can see his face turn stoic and serious, and he just takes off, and he ends up beating you to Outerleaf Farm.
Nice.
After Storm calls out to make sure that he's not scared and that Lunk's not taking it too seriously, she slows to a walk, and she leisurely makes her way after them.
So, Lunk, you had just raced from the out of the Stonehill Inn, moved due west, and then south, and then made a corner east towards the Alderleaf Farm.
All right.
And arriving there,
Wait, Alderleaf, that's the same person. My memory's a little fuzzy. That's the same person that the Miss Greywind told me about, correct?
that may
know what I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
The castle ruins.
So to clarify,
She may know somebody who knows somebody.
Yeah. Just say
Yes.
may know something. Okay, I was just cool.
You are very correct on that.
Cool. 2 birds with 1 stone. Let's see how Lunk can do this.
So, Lunk, you make it there very quickly before the rest of your party. The rest of you kind of leisurely catch up behind him. Do you do anything, like, do you just wait for them, or do you knock, or, because you can see Pip is just sitting there next to you, just, like, looking up at you excitedly.
Honestly, excited from all that, Lunk might try to play more games with Pip.
Okay.
Like an arm wrestling match?
Picks up picks up the kid and just throws.
Storm said to play nice.
Suplex.
Okay. So,
But just playing some like regular kid games, you know what I mean? Waiting for the rest of the party, something silly.
okay.
Hide and go seek. Lunk is just like,
Yeah. Lunk's the guy that he tries to hide behind a little like tree trunk. Just
yeah, but he's like 3 times wider than it.
yeah, just
And eventually,
Vladius would think that the idea of hide and go seek sounds like a lot of fun.
well, eventually the rest of your party makes your way there and arrives at the elderly farm. You can see this is a single-story building that sits about maybe 15 to 20 feet wide, and then only about 10 feet deep. But on the outside, the exterior, it's fairly nice. It's one of the newer homes that has been recently built, and has a lack of all the vines rising up. So you can clearly see the nice stonework that went into building this place. And there are several, about 5 smaller buildings situated throughout the area, or the property, kind of close to the main household. And most of the doors are open, and you can see inside one is seems to be a granary where they store some of their product or some of their produce and other things. Another seems to just be a tool shed, and there are scattered bits of like workshops throughout the other through some of the other buildings, and a large cart that's in the back. And coming up and knocking on the door, you hear it, "Just a minute," and pitter patter of small feet. And opening the door, you see a small halfling woman, and she's wearing a very light looking tunic to keep herself, still try to keep herself warm in the weather, but also, because she's out in the field, seemingly she tries not to get overexert herself. But at the moment, she still has like flour all over or on her face and hair up in a bun, and she has a bowl in her hands filled with what looks to be a brownish powder and apples that she's stirring into some sort of mixture. And she kind of looks up and, yes, how can I help you?
Hi, Quelline, is it?
Yes, who are you?
Sildar, the new townmaster, sent us your way. He said you might know something about, or your son might know something, and you might know something about the bandits?
And at this point that you mentioned this, you can see an even smaller figure kind of like clutching her cloak and leaning out behind her. And as he kind of looks across your faces and then sees Pip standing behind you and waving at him, he just kind of perks up a little bit and runs out and the two of them start running around and wrestling with each other. And she's, well, he is a child. I'm not sure how much.
Well, Pip here says that he may have stumbled upon some sort of secret tunnel.
Oh.
That's all we wanted to know, was the location of that.
I did. Yeah, he did tell me about that. I believe it was the Redbrands that kind of scared him off a little bit whenever he got a little close. Cop, can you come here, please? And while he's playing, his whole demeanor just changes, and he tentatively like walks over. He's still holding Pip's hand as they both approach, and Pip gives him a little nudge and like, hi.
Hi, Cop, is it?
Yes.
Your friend Pip here told us that you were having a great adventure, and that you found a super cool secret tunnel, and we were wondering if you'd be able to tell us where we might find that. I'd be willing to trade.
He looks over at Pip, who, again nudges him, and he nods a little bit. What can I have?
Well, I could show you some magic tricks, or my friend Nidus here could give you a magical toy for just the day. if you'd like.
Lunk pulls out one of his spare hand axes, or...
No, Lunk, that's not.
Yeah, Quilleen is immediately gonna be like, no, 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 no. When you mention magic, both Pip and Carp's eyes are gonna light up and like, magic.
What's your favorite color?
Both of them at the same time say blue-green.
Storm's gonna use thaumaturgy to turn her eyes a bright blue-green.
So you do like a cool heterochromia thing and do like one blue, one green.
She could do that, yeah.
They just stare at your eyes in
dope.
awe. I'm like, can we do that?
Can thaumaturgy work on somebody else? Can I use it to alter their eye color?
Yeah, it can.
If they're a willing subject, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
What color would you like your eyes to be?
Again, they shout in the same time. Blue-green! Carp says blue. Pip says green.
She will, acquiesce.
And they just kind of look at each other and like, oh! And they start blinking real fast to see if it goes away. And after it doesn't go away, they're just kind of like, then they're attempting to give their best mean mug faces and intimidating faces. Like, Well,
Part of me is
one of
tempted
their
to do
eyes.
the same
She'll
thing
turn.
back. I don't want to scare a child.
She'll turn one set of like Pips. She'll turn black, and Carp. She'll turn red.
what they look back at each other just after you do this, and they're both like, ah! Oh!
So, Cop, where was that secret tunnel?
And he points back, like, relatively eastward, to the thicket of trees that you guys can see just over a stone or a stone wall that's kind of dilapidated, just behind the farm. It's in there. And these big ugly bandits scared me and made me run away.
Well, don't worry. If we have anything to do with it, they won't be bothering you much soon.
Might never scare you away again.
And at this point, Carp is kind of relaxing a little bit, and you can see him kind of puff out his chest, and like, Mom would let me be an adventurer, I would have scared him off myself. And give this like out face.
How old is he?
He looks to be about 10.
Oh, jeez.
For a halfling, he's still rather small. Like, Pip is about 8 or 9 as a human, and he's towering over this 10-year-old.
Lunk's gonna kind of like lean down at his, noticing his wish to be an adventurer. You know what I mean? Lunk's gonna kind of lean down and kind of agreeing with the mother. Many things out there. Very big danger. Keep practice. Get stronger.
And he's gonna be looking at this massive form in front of him and is like, strong like you?
Lunk flexes. Even stronger.
You'll have to lift lots of wood to be as strong as Lunk.
And Quelling laughs and eat your apples, like I tell you.
Oh yes, vegetables
Yes.
make you very strong. Lunk has eaten lots and lots of vegetables and fruits. That's why he has so many muscles.
Many plants and meats. And Lunk does another like Armstrong pose from Full Metal. You know what I'm saying?
Gladius is gonna lean down and tell him, "Be glad you have a home with a mother that doesn't want you to be an adventurer. I grew up without that.
He's gonna kind of like,
You're better off here. You don't want to grow up to be an adventurer. Stay home."
he's pouting just a little bit at this, and he's like, I want to see the world. I want to fight dragons.
He wrong. Adventuring fun, but get strong first.
You can do that. Yeah, get strong. Don't do it right now. You're gonna
And
get hurt.
Pip looks up at you, Gladius, and I kind of want to be sneaky like you try to be. Even sneakier.
The bar's pretty low.
God damn!
Even
going off of last
Colleen
night.
laughs. And at this,
Well,
Colleen,
Looking him over, I would say you do good at being sneaky.
Just at the sudden snap, Lunk in like perfectly fluent Dwarvish is just, oh shit, that's a forge burn if I've heard one. Just automatic response.
I'm gonna tell him to grow up and be strong. And then there will be people that I can point him out to. So
Bourdain, Vlad, if you wouldn't mind asking Miss Alderleaf about her friend, Rudolph for Cragmaw Castle and there were some other things we wanted to ask her. I could entertain the boys. And she pulls some water out of her canteen and starts making shapes with it.
Okay. So both of them are completely enthralled with this, and Colleen acquiesces and to the offer. Kind of hearing you ask them, and now I don't know much about those areas, but I may know someone that does. Since there's not much of an inch of this land that he doesn't know. Have you all heard of Thunder Tree?
Have you heard of Thunder?
Well, the ruins lie about 50 miles northwest of Phandelver. It's pretty easy to find if you head up to Neverwinter and then veer off and follow the river towards the wood. Look for a man of druidic nature, Redolf. Reidoth. He's been in this land for years. Many, many years. If there's anyone that I would think that would know these locations that you seek, it would be him.
So he might know castle ruins.
Yeah,
Hmm.
maybe. Maybe. Or copy paste. Yeah.
Well, she's still kind of tentatively holding the bowl in her hands. Well, is there anything else? I need to put this mixture in the base so I can throw it in the oven. The boys are kind of getting hungry.
Right. No, this should be perfect. You've given us some good information, and so is your son. We'd hate to take up any more of your time. You do seem the busy type.
It's been a struggle since Cop lost his father, but we've done what we can. And please, if your goal is to truly take care of these ruffians, then consider my home welcome to you all. If you ever don't want to stay at Stonehill, then I may not have all the amenities, but I can definitely do my best to keep you all comfortable for the evenings.
It's too kind.
And it would be nice to, have a bit of adult company every once in a while.
I understand. Truly, I do.
Could Lunk, break the bladed part off of one of his javelins and offer that to Little Carp?
I would say make me a dexterity check to see if you could snap it without creating a massively jagged edge.
A dexterity save?
Check.
Okay.
Just straight dexterity.
I don't know why it rolled twice, but 6.
You're able to break it off pretty easily, but there is a rather jagged point to it. It looks as if it could splinter pretty easily as well.
How about we hold off on that, Lunk?
And also, like, kind of holding it in your hand and looking down at Carp. The javelin is about maybe 4.5 feet long. A little bit longer, or a little bit shorter now that you broke off the tip. And it's still almost double the size of Carp. He is a halfling boy.
I forgot. So he'd be like wielding like something the same size as my fucking lance at that point. Jesus Christ.
Comparatively.
It'd be easy to teach the boy something like archery and get him a thing like a dagger, maybe.
Perhaps he
No,
wants
no,
to dabble in
no.
magic.
But
Archery
when
is
he's
weak. Lunk pulls out another hand axe. Weapon strong.
He's a little young for that, Lunk. He has a lot more vegetables to eat before then.
I
many
started
more
after
vegetables.
6.
6 what?
6 many months.
Do you know what a month is?
Many weeks.
Do you know what a week is?
Many nights.
Many, many, many nights.
Oh. You can almost smell the smoke coming out of Lunk's ear.
Well, thank you so much, Quilleen. Perhaps we can convince Nidus here to make a toy for the boys and drop that off to you sometime in thanks.
That would be lovely. And here, and she kind of runs back into the house and comes back with this a burlap sack, and hands it over to Burdane. And it has some heft to it, and just kind of handling it, you can tell it's a sack of apples.
Nice.
Thank you.
Anything I can do. And you've got a big one to feed, it seems.
He does
Yes.
take a lot of feeding.
We do.
What?
Could Lunk be
Miss
off like
Alderleaf,
screwing
it's
around with the
been
kids now at
a
this
pleasure.
point? Now that like the actual conversation is over with.
If you would like to be, but after a few minutes of running around, you notice that the rest of your part, or what do you guys do?
Head off towards where Cart pointed.
Okay.
Oh. Hold that thought, Storm.
Oh?
Remember, before we make any decisions, we have to return Pip.
Oh,
Unless he's fine staying here with you, Miss Alderleaf.
Oh, it's perfectly fine. I'll keep him for the evening. And
Perfect.
they do know that you brought him here, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Lunk's just
as
over
long
there
as they
playing
know
like
who he
patty
is.
cake with the kids.
Doblin was made aware. No. Again, thank you for your hospitality. And the apples. We'll make sure to get some good use out of them. Now, if you would excuse us.
Just imagine this big, giant fucking man being surprisingly gentle with these children, like playing very well with them.
And that is a very impressive feat.
Somebody of his size? Oh, for sure.
So,
Did we want to at least let Toblin know that his son is going to be staying at the Alderley farm for the evening? Or do you think he'll just assume?
Quelling interjects again, and it's like, it is perfectly fine. He comes over here almost every day. If he doesn't come back, then they probably know where to look for him.
Okay. Thank you again.
It's my pleasure.
Right, Lunk, time to stop playing with the kiddos.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Bye, new small friends.
Bye, new big friend!
And trying hard to memorize their names. Pip. Carp.
Carp is easier to remember because it's the name of a fish that you like.
Yeah, that's why it was easy for him to remember that. He's just heard Pip's name like 1,000 times already, so Pip. He tries for a second and then carp.
So, leaving.
He points at the wrong ones, though. He points at carp and says Pip, and points
They're
at Pip
kind
and
of
says carp.
looking at each other like,
Pip carp, not carp Pip. Okay.
And Storm is actually gonna leave up the eye color on the boys, the blue-green, the bright blue-green.
Dope.
It'll last for up to an hour. So
Okay. So, again, you guys are making your way straight to the woods, or you've also been told that several other areas that these people seem to frequent.
I think we should investigate the tunnel, perhaps, since we're over here.
I'd like to look at the tunnel.
Again, we could try the tunnel that we still have to find, or we could check out the sleeping giant.
Yes, both are valid options.
Aye.
Tunnel sounds a bit more adventurous and fun, but the inn will have ale.
Possibly not.
It's a tap house, yes?
Aye, but if I remember correctly, it's been nabbed by the Ruffians. They
Well,
seem to have some sort of territory.
well, if I were to guess, I'd say this tunnel leads to some sort of Ruffian encampment or hideout, or is some way into town for them. And the inn is just a hangout spot, so we could either take the fight directly to them, or we could make them come to us by targeting their hangout spot. Do we want to fight on their turf, or lay out an area of our own?
No, so what you're asking is, would we like to fight on their turf, or would we like to fight on their turf?
Yeah, basically.
Right, I see. All I'm saying is, that if the tunnel is in the woods, then perhaps it leads into the manor near the woods. See?
Yeah, and I think Lano Ulbrich, we were told, Sildar said he was looking for him, and his last known location was the manor as well.
Right. Sure, I see no reason as to not go to the sleeping giant. Maybe ask some questions, rough him up a little bit. And then if that goes poorly or well, I see.
Rough him up. Strength?
Strength.
You're looking to start a tavern brawl, huh?
I've got little patience when it comes to bandits.
Well,
Lunk
That's
can
the
start fight.
let's start a fight.
I like the sound of this.
Okay, so where are you guys
I
going?
really do too, I'm not gonna lie.
Seems like we're going to head north to the sleeping giant.
Okay. So, making your way around towards the sleeping giant, as you approach, you see one of the houses that has been or place that's been neglected of any kind of refurbishment. It's obvious that this once used to be an inn similar to the Stonehill, maybe a little bit. Rather than having an inn, it's just a place to drink. But it's once again fallen into various stages of disrepair. And on the front porch, you well, here, let me go back just a little bit. The Sleeping Giant Inn is this ramshackle tap room at the east end of town. And on the porch, you see 4 human ruffians that linger on the covered porch, perched on an empty ale barrels and leaning against the wall. They all wear grimy scarlet coats coat or cloaks, and their sullen stares are fixed on you as you approach.
Hello there, boys.
As you shout out to them, one of them stands up and kind of leans against the front on the top step. Well, and spits on the ground. Here's a whole pack of little puppies. What do you want, little puppies? Come here to bark.
I think we're a little thirsty, looking for a drink. I heard this is a tap room.
Well, you have to be of the special sort in order to get any of our ale. Really, I'd like to share. So...
Oh, I'm sure you can be persuaded. And she kind of gives Lunk a meaningful look.
He looks back and just with that pleading eye, basically like, is this the sign?
This is the sign, Lunk.
I just fucking huck one across the fucking bar, right at the piece of shit.
So, Lunk taking that look from Storm, marches up the 3 stairs to the front, to the guy that she was speaking to, and just socks him. Roll to hit.
Fuck that guy.
This is unarmed damage.
Yeah. Is it still just a roll of regular D20 plus strength, basically?
You should have an unarmed.
+5 for me.
You should have like a modifier for
yeah,
unarmed.
I forgot 5e does that. Dope.
Yeah.
Nat 20!
Oh my god!
Yes!
Shit.
Wow.
Wow!
Let's go.
So I basically do 4 bludgeoning damage twice. So 8 bludgeoning damage to that piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's double damage, and you don't roll for unarmed, so... I just do straight 8 damage to that piece of shit. Fuck that guy.
Okay.
Jesus.
Well, let me... Let's get everybody to roll initiative.
What an awesome time for
Got
an
it.
20.
Oh my.
Do we need our tokens on the map? Or is it cool?
Oh, yeah.
We'll just do it all theater of the mind. So you've got the
None of
3
that
that are
funny.
that were leaning against the various walls that are on like against the door or closer to the doorway of the porch, and that's about 15 feet. Lunk is standing right in front, so like if you're at the base of the stairs, which I assume Storm is, and then flanked by the rest of you, the furthest back probably being Vladius is about 10 feet away from the one on the very front on the steps, with Lunk being right, and then 15 feet from the one or from the 3 that are against the wall. Okay, so we have
Nat 20 better give me a fucking knockout.
well,
1 hit!
and Vladius rolled fucking a 23 on his fucking initiative.
Fuck yeah!
Vlad was ready to go, dude. He was
Vlad was
to go.
ready! His bow was already aimed.
You know it's already loaded.
Okay. And so
I like to think it's just like Storm is pretty small, so I like to think she's just flanked by all these like bigger
Yeah.
dudes, tougher looking dudes.
he is
Storm and her harem of men.
Ew, don't say it like that.
Don't say it like that.
Ugh.
so he is knocked a little off kilter by that, but he quickly spits out the blood that you just pulled from his teeth and pulls out a short sword. The 2 against the doors seem to rub their hands, or one of them against the door rub their hands across the bracers on his arms, and the other 3 pull out short sword, or other 2 pull out short swords as well. So you've got 3 with short swords and 1 with unknown. Gladius, you are up first.
As a reaction, could I at least just like don my shield real quick, just for AC purposes, or have I just been walking around with my shield on my fucking arm?
We'll say you put it on your back, so yeah, you can don it.
Okay,
24
yeah.
Which one are you aiming at?
I was gonna aim at the guy that was on. There was one that was closest to us. Yeah,
That
You guys
lunk
being a
punch.
fucking cock.
When he got punched.
the one that got punched. Yeah, I was aiming at him.
Okay, so he's
Fuck
engaged,
yeah.
so you would get your sneak attack.
Oh,
He's the only one at this point
I-
that you would get your sneak attack from.
all right, perfect then.
Shoot an
Yeah,
arrow like
so
right under my arm.
24
into his fucking
hits.
Chest.
With
24
6
hits.
points of piercing damage and 6 points of sneak attack, how do you want to do this?
Oh, this poor dude.
right through the throat. As he's like about ready to take a swing at Lunk or something.
So, just to narrate this, he is
he-
the one
as
next
he's
in
getting
initiative. So, Lunk
Oh,
blocks him, and he spits out or spits out the blood in his mouth. And just as he begins to open his mouth and start shouting and drawing his short sword, he brings it up behind his head like he's about to strike. And Gladius, you take that shot or take the opportunity to, and it went. And you just see the blood starts pouring from his neck, and he just drops. Jesus Christ.
I just wanted to go on
Okay.
record. This is the third character that Lunk, along with another person, have literally 1-2 piece comboed.
Okay, Gladius,
The third time.
you still have movement and you have a bonus action.
I do have a bonus action. I have my my cunning action, which I'm going to hide.
Okay, so there is not much place to hide. So but you
He
could.
poses.
I was thinking that. Like Gary's modder, old.
You do have.
CSGO just.
T-pose.
You do have. I mean, as a rogue, you can take the dodge action, which imposes disadvantage to
Yeah.
any attacks to you. If you want.
I was actually going to say, since I'm pretty sure you're a rogue, I would take the dodge action instead of just.
That's what I might just go with instead.
Yeah, because
So-
you
I was
look
thinking-
around trying to
I
hide,
wasn't-
and there's
I
not
was
much
thinking
place
there
to
were-
hide.
I was
That's a-
thinking
that's
that
a-
might be somewhere.
That was a big problem we had with our
He's
buddy in
looking
Curse
around
of
for a place to
Strahd.
hide and is inadvertently dodging because he's looking around so much.
Kyle, you remember all of James's attempts
Yeah.
to hide in plain fucking sight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Our buddy was basically convinced it was like
Well-
Skyrim stealth, that you could just like stealth in the
Um,
middle of town, just like crouch and be invisible, and we were like, dude,
Well,
it doesn't
seeing
work like
his
that. I thought
yeah,
that there'd be
it's
stuff
12
to
o'clock
hide.
in the middle of the day.
seeing his friend getting ganked very quickly, the one that's standing closest to the wall that had rubbed his hands across his bracers is going to quickly in a blur of motion fling his hands forward both at the same time, and 2 daggers are going to come erupting out of his hands, one towards Lunk, and the closest that he can see is Storm.
Oh shit.
So that is going to
Wanda.
be a 15 to hit Lunk. Nice lightsaber.
Hell no.
Does not hit. Okay.
Stupid.
And then a 21 to hit Storm.
That doesn't hit.
It does hit. Okay.
It does.
All right. So that's 5 points. Oh, sorry. Wrong dice. Don't put that. 6 points. Sorry. I rolled a d6. It's a dagger. It's a d4. So, and I rolled good on the d4. So yeah, you have this dagger that flies in and sinks into your just below your clavicle, Storm, and as you deal with the strike, you look down and it just out of existence.
Ooh.
Tell
Vlad,
Eric I
think-
can smell him
think he
from
might-
here. The smell is getting worse.
Vlad, I think he has a fancy piece of equipment you might like.
That will be
Let it.
his turn. Next, and he's going to assume the drop back into the building. And you see this, instead of having an actual doorway, this in front of the building is one of those like swinging saloon doors, and he dips back behind it. The next Redbrand that is standing off to the right is going to approach Lunk and step over his fallen companion and take 2 swings at him. That's going to be another 15.
Fail. Bold
And-
move. Stupid.
Damn it, that's going to be a 13.
Ha 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 ha.
2 swipes with his short sword and misses. And so just to set it up, you're standing on the second step, right? And one just approached you, the third or the fourth and final one is going to loop around and stand behind you with his back to the party, causing a flank. So that is going to another 2 strikes at Lunk. 18 to hit.
That hits.
And then a 21 to hit.
Of course, yeah.
Okay, so here comes some damage. So that is going to be 11 points of damage. And it is slashing damage, but you're not raging.
Nope, not raging yet.
Okay, and so that's going to be his turn. Or he'll use the last bit of his movement to kind of turn a little bit so he's not back facing the rest of the group. And that brings us to Lunk.
All right. Knowing that these are the people that supposedly scared my new friends, but seeing their fucking utter weakness, I'm gonna rage.
Okay. So, having gotten struck twice, the blood fills your eyes and you see red. Hi, Nidus!
And then...
We started a tavern brawl.
So, I've got a guy in front of me and a guy behind me, correct?
Yes.
Roll
me some initiative, Nidus.
I'm going to take a 5-foot step, basically sidestep, so they're not in line with me, you know what I mean? They're both in front of me in a diagonal, one this way, you know what I'm saying? And then, the one that actually hit me twice, I'm swinging for him.
Okay, you using your lance?
Yeah.
So you would have to step out of his range to use that. So that would provoke from 2 sources.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So first strike from the one in front of you, it's going to be another fucking 15. And then, not much better, 16.
Meets it, beats it.
Okay, so that's another slice coming towards you, and that is only 3 points of damage, which is halved, so...
1.
Yeah. So,
all right. And that one that hit me twice with his dumbass sneak attack attempt, fuck him. Fuck that guy. Oh,
a 12 is not going to hit.
Yeah. I had a nat 20 for the punch, alright? You had to expect a few low rolls.
That is fine.
That was a dope punch. I'm happy with it.
It was legendary.
All right.
Let's see. I don't really have... I use my bonus action to rage. Yep, that's my turn.
Okay.
Actually, could I use the rest of my movement to sort of back up and approach my party, but remain within 10 feet of the guy that I just stabbed, the one that was behind me, basically?
Yeah, so
you know
you would basically, so you're standing on the stairs, you've got these 2 in front of you, you would be backing up to the corner of the stairs, moving down off of the stairs, and now you're basically standing side by side with Storm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And because I already provoked the attack from both of them, that's why I'm not too worried.
Right.
Unless they have the shit, but...
No, they do not.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, I would like to be sort of in front of Storm, like me standing between Storm and the bad guy, but still, do I have enough room to be 10 feet away from him? So
yes,
I can still...
it's kind of like you're standing like 4 to 5 feet on the ground, and then they're standing up on the stairs.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
Giving you that distance.
Perfect.
All right, Storm.
Perfect.
Sorry, apparently our cat was stuck in the closet.
Uh-oh.
Which one? Who?
Bartholomew.
Bort! No!
How did he get here?
What the fuck, Bort?
He's gonna be scared for
Apparently
life
Joe
now.
went to get some aspirin like 20 minutes ago, and he didn't realize that Swishy went into the closet. So.
Oh my god.
We just heard a bunch of like banging around, and we couldn't figure out where it was coming from.
He's smashing the fucking door like, yo!
All right, so Storm, it is your turn.
Can I see the guy with the bracers through the daggers?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's about 15 feet away from you, a little bit
I'm
up.
gonna use command on him.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay,
I hate that spell,
and
but
what is that?
Wisdom 14.
Okay.
Only 4. Well, we're level 2. Never
So I
mind.
rolled a 16, and his wisdom modifier is a -2. So 14, exactly.
Meets it, beats it.
Damn!
Just barely.
Well, what she was going to say was, nice braces you have there. Mind tossing them to my friend?
So as you say that, you can see his eyes kind of cloud over, and he's kind of looking back and forth between the lot of you, and struggling with his
contemplates
decision,
it.
and then just shakes it off. All right. Anything else you want to do?
I'll take the dodge action.
That is an action for you.
Oh, it's an
It's a-
action for me. Okay.
Yeah, bonus action for rogues.
Yeah.
I don't want to use another spell slot just yet for healing words, so I suppose I'll just draw my rapier.
Okay. Easy enough. Berdane.
Okay. I want to whip my maul out. I'm going to go for the closest one.
Okay. So stepping past in front of Storm and Lunk, you are now face to face with the one that's on the bottom step.
Sorry. I rolled a hit. Ah, so close. 25.
And
Yeah, right at the kneecaps.
Sorry about this.
Oh,
That
God.
one is...
Oh,
Bam!
14
Right at the
damage.
Oh my
Holy
God.
fuck!
Oh
You
my God.
hear a very
Wow.
loud snap. What's up?
Is that 0?
No.
Okay, good.
Oh,
That's it.
What?
broke
Okay.
this guy's kneecaps?
You do hear a very loud snap as you bring your maul against basically
Gotta
what's
make him
swinging
swim with
level
the
for you
fishes.
is his knees. He was a ruffian until he took a maul to the knee.
Ha 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 ha.
Got him.
There's Nidus. And that brings us to Nidus's turn. You've basically what has happened. You guys have had, or you went to the Outerleaf farm, got a bit of information, and now you're just in front of the Sleeping Giant Inn on the street, where Storm kind of riled some feathers or ruffled some feathers of the ruffians that were standing in front, and giving a sly sign over to Lunk. He walks up and clocks the one that she was talking to in the mouth. And then very quickly after, Vlad pulls out his crossbow and
Shouldn't have been
shoots
talking shit.
a bolt through his throat, dropping him. Now you have one that you would have seen dart back and is hiding in the sleeping giant. You know there is one that is hidden behind the wall. There's 2 more that are standing on the stairs, probably at where you are. The closest one is about 10 feet away from you, maybe 15 feet.
That's the closest one. I'm just gonna shoot him.
Okay.
Holy fuck!
Just okay.
Holy
So then I started blasting.
So, anyways, that was a fucking crit.
Really?
Oh, get it.
Oh shit!
Oh my god.
Dude gets clocked in the knees, and Nidus pulls out his revolver and just pinpoint aims. Roll me some
Puts him out of
damage.
his misery.
2 dope
Misery.
fucking crits in one combat. This is a great session
Oh
already.
my god.
Poor
Manny.
fucking guy.
Pinpoint
It's not even
accuracy.
Crit damage. I'd imagine crit should like double that.
Yeah,
It looks like it already
would.
rolled 2 for you. It rolled 2d8 for you.
No, that's just the
No,
damage of his
I'm
That's
just
just the
weapon.
He already
damage?
does 2d8.
Yeah.
I just normally have 2d8.
That's why I was saying Lunk would die if it was a fight between him
10.
and Nidus. He
So
does
he rolled an
2d8
8 on
plus
the
4
die.
raw.
So totally he rolled 8 on the dice.
Technically, he should have rolled
So
4d8.
So it would be 16 plus 4 to
Yeah.
be 20.
20 points of damage.
Yeah.
He has no skull.
Nidus, how do you want to do this?
Just center mass.
Center mass with
Whip it
this
out. Flip the gun and blam.
as you flourish and aim and shoot, you watch as the chest above Berdane becomes a fucking cavity. Just absolutely destroys the center or his sternum, and this man like gurgles for a second, takes in a sucking breath, and falls to the floor on top of his party member. Oh, Jesus. Isis, do you have anything for a bonus action you want to use?
I'm just gonna blow the barrel off dramatically.
Okay, brings us back to Gladius.
The guy that is hiding inside, he's totally out of sight, yeah?
You can see him kind of poking his head out every once in a while. You can try to take a shot, but he would be at disadvantage because he has 3/5. Well, not disadvantage. Be 3/4, so it would boost to his AC.
Can I see anything of the structure of the sleeping giant? Like if I was to walk around the back, do you think I'd be able to sneak in through a window on the side and
it would probably take your
turn.
full movement to get around because this is a rather large building. It's probably the closest side is
I'll take his bracers off. I'll take his bracers off his corpse later. Who else is ready to die?
There's one that is still standing on the top stairs.
Yeah, the guy that was technically in front of me at the top of the stairs.
And he looks like he hasn't taken any damage.
Nope.
He hasn't taken any damage yet?
No, nobody's hit him yet. I was going to attack him next, but...
I may have wasted all my good hits on the last one. Does a 14 hit?
It does.
Oh!
You just don't get your sneak attack.
Yeah. But 11's still a pretty good
That's
bit
amazing.
of piercing damage.
Nice.
Max damage.
You fire this crossbow bolt, and it sinks right into the bicep of this person in front of you, and it's still sticking out of him. And he loses mobility in that one arm.
Yeah, not gonna be roughing anyone up anytime soon with that.
Anything else?
So anyway, then I started dodging.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Dodge action. All right, so he's dead. He just got shot. And he is going to close the distance between himself and Burdain, stepping down the stairs, and make 2 short sword strikes at you. First one is going to be a 19 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay, and the second one is going to be a 9 to hit. Okay.
Not quite.
So that's going to be a grand total of 8 damage. Slashing damage as he comes across with his short sword, kind of angry. And that's going to be his turn. The one that is hiding pokes out and in quick succession throws 2 more daggers. One's going to be the closest person he sees, which is again going to be... I just lost one of my die. Where did it roll off to? 10 bucks too. Oh well.
Went to oblivion.
Yeah, that's going to be a bitch to find. And that was the good D20, because I have 2 of these acrylic red D20s, and I actually, one of them rolls consecutively low, the other one rolls really fucking low.
Oh no, his good die.
I know.
It's
Darn.
missing.
Okay, so, 1 knife at Verdane, 1 knife at Lunk. First
Fair
knife
enough.
is going to be a 16 to hit, Verdane.
That'll hit.
Okay, and then a 17 to hit Lunk.
I think he lied about which dice he lost.
So that's going to be 3 points of damage to Verdane, and then 4 points of damage to Lunk, halved because you're raging.
Is that already halved, or?
It's a dagger, so it's only 1d4 plus their modifier, which is 2. So I rolled a 2 equals 4.
Okay.
Halved is 2. All right.
I just know some DMs will already give you the halved damage, so I wanted to be sure.
Yeah. And he's going to use the bonus action to hide again. You guys know where he is. It's just he's using the cover as best as he can. He's dead. Lunk. Your turn.
Try
The
not
guy
to-
that's in front of Burdane is now within 10 feet of me, right?
Yes.
Go, stupid. Let's try number 2. 16 to hit.
hits.
Ah! Got him. It's 9, 11 damage, because +2 for rage.
How do you want to do this?
Just now seeing him swipe at my friend, I'm going to use the bladed part of the lance to cut his fucking sword hand off.
Ooh.
You know what? I'll cut the whole sword arm off. Fuck that guy.
Oh,
So, driving the point into in
Like
your
right between the socket right here, you know what I'm saying?
and it pierces in just into the shoulder,
Twist and thrust.
and you continue pushing and pushing and pushing till it starts till you get to the wider point of the lance, and as it gets wider and wider, you hear the crunching and cracking sound of bone, and eventually, with one final push and pull, the arm comes free, and he drops.
Aw, yeah. And then... Can I use my movement? How far away is the guy that was throwing daggers at us?
At this point, probably about 20 feet.
Oh, fuck yeah, I get right in front of him.
So he is inside the tavern, or inside the... So what you would have to do is step through the doors, and then if you wanted to stay in, from your guesstimate of where he is, if you went through the threshold and then moved any further,
Yeah, okay, I didn't realize he was hiding, like, actually inside the tavern. I thought he had, like, a little hidey hole. If that's the case... Could I get, like, right next to the door for the tavern, and then... Oh, no, I already attacked. I guess I'll just get right next to the door for the tavern, and then call for the rest of the party to, get up here. So that we can... spearhead in there, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. So, Storm, you see Lunk remove the arm, and then move up and shout out for the rest of him, or rest of you. What would you like to do?
Is there a window?
There is. There's two, one on the left, one on the right.
With my movement, would I be able to run and jump through one of the windows?
That'd be an acrobatics check in order to do so.
Okay.
DC's not
Do
that
it.
high.
Fuck yes.
Haha, been there, done that before. Am I right?
Yeah.
he's right.
You ever severed your jugular jumping through a window?
It's gonna be a 12.
So the DC's not that high. You are able to jump through. But as you jump through, you're within the space that you would provoke. So,
But he didn't know I was coming that way.
I don't know if he knows.
I would have just gone
if
through
he
the door.
sees
Fuck
you,
me. Whatever.
That's
Fuck it,
a.
I'm doing it.
There's that is a 11 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay, so as you jump through, you hear the of a dagger swoop past you, and embed itself like in the wall behind you.
And then can I take a whack with my rapier?
Sure.
A whack? A stab? You don't whack with a rapier.
I mean,
That's a 14.
I'd
14?
be pissed.
that hits.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know how much damage this rapier does.
D8 plus your dexterity or strength modifier.
Wait, no, a rapier is the bladed form of the foil, correct? Not just a pointed?
Uh,
So
it
you
is
definitely
still-
can't technically slash or whack with a rapier.
yeah,
I
it
guess.
is a piercing and slashing weapon, but it's typically used for piercing.
Yeah.
That's 7 blamage.
7 blamage. Okay.
I'm trying to remember the name of Asuna's weapon in SAO.
That's a rapier.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It has a different name because it's technically pointed, not bladed. It's
So
used
essentially-
specifically for thrusting.
Storm could have gone through the door for the same result, but instead she chose to just go through the window.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, basically. All right.
One sees that and just thinks to himself, "Shit, I should have just gone through the door." Badass.
All right. Mr. Big Hand.
Now we'll be
It's
flanking
me.
him at least.
A
So there's currently no one left outside.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's just the one dude inside.
Well, I'm going to make the sensible play and just... well, probably not.
burn the building down.
I was gonna say go inside.
Smoke him out. Fox and the Hound.
Okay, so you walk in.
That sword hit was rough. Berdane's not feeling so hot, so
Yeah, no, neither is Lunk.
I don't mind. Well, walking inside would provoke an attack of opportunity. Yeah.
He's engaged with me, so that still work.
He's from your vantage point, you wouldn't really know. You did hear the sound of a dagger, in the wood as just after Storm jumped in, but
good sound effects. Okay.
He did already use his attack of opportunity out of character.
yeah.
I will.
Let's try and keep this one alive.
Yeah, I'll walk inside after taking the dodge action.
I did say
Okay.
I wanted his bracers.
Okay, so
Let's take his arms
walking
off.
in, you stand just behind him. So now you have him flanked with you and Storm. And taking the dodge action, you kind of bring up your maul and just keep it in a close parrying position. Nidus.
He already took his attack of opportunity on me, so you actually could have gone in unhindered.
Yeah, but Berdane didn't know that.
Yeah, I know.
Excuse a man for properly role-playing his character.
Is there anyone else outside the tavern?
No, there is not. Other than the rest
Just
of the
us. Just us fools. Yeah.
The window's open.
Yeah.
We might go in and keep doing damage.
Okay. So going in and stepping just behind Berdane, you kind of tower over him, so you're standing about 10 feet away from the person. Although a storm is right behind him.
That's a risk I am willing to take.
Okay.
Okay.
13. A 13 does not hit. Trying to pull the shot just a little bit to try an attempt to not hit Storm. It kind of go off and it just whizzes into the wood behind the both of them.
Oi! Watch it!
I am watching.
Anything else, sir?
That's why I didn't hit.
Now that'll be it.
All
So
right.
it's movement and shooting.
Brings us back to Vladius.
Seeing that it's safe to just walk in and start shooting, Vladius is going to follow in and say, walk in and see the guy that has been throwing the daggers. Saying, hey, give me those. Talking about his bracers.
Okay. Making it.
11 does not hit.
11 does not hit, so you this time like the bullet whizzes past Storm on right, and the crossbow bolt whizzes past on the left and embedding itself in the wood. You're just
Watch it!
harried. The final ruffian is going to look around at his current situation and put his hands up.
Oh.
And that'll be his turn. Lunk?
Could I see him put his hands up, like, through the door? Or window at all, or...
Yeah, he does, or from... It is a little bit harder to see, but if you begin moving into the room, you do walk past Berdane standing in front of him, and you do see him with his hands up.
Okay. Seeing that, I'm just gonna kind of put my lance at the ready with, like, the blade, like, right at his chin, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of keeping him at
Meanwhile,
bay.
Storm is pressing the rapier into his back.
Oh, shit! He ain't doing shit!
What do you want?
First off, we'd like your braces. Is that what's doing the magic thingy, bringing your daggers back?
For a gift.
A gift to us. Yes. For our troubles.
Make an intimidation check at advantage.
Oh.
At that same moment, basically, like, screaming out, essentially, because still raging, why scare my friends?
That's a natural 17 on the die, so that's a 19, I want to say. Let me double check.
Can I add to that, or
Yeah,
can I
19.
also start? Can I
Hey,
also
I'm glad you
just
were able to
threaten
stop by.
take his
I
arms
hope you have a
off
good
the
night.
shoulder for her?
I
doesn't
already
mean
gave
more.
her advantage.
Oh,
So that
There's
would
nothing
be
more you could have done.
yeah.
oh, I've got a really good high intimidation, which is why I wanted to roll it.
I rolled. I got a
Okay.
19 total. I rolled a
Okay.
17 on the die. So
He kind of starts unlacing the bracers and hands them over to you. Now, can I go?
we have a couple of questions first.
Guess I don't have any choice but to answer.
That's right.
What do you want? Oh no, I'm so sorry.
What's your business in town? You guys just roughing people up for fun? You guys have a goal?
Again, Lung screams out, "Why scare my friend?"
One
like to pick
question
on
at a
little
time,
boys?
big man.
Do you like to pick on little boys for fun?
I have no idea what you're talking about, but no,
Can I fucking hit him for non-lethal damage with the butt of my lance?
Oh, by the way, yeah, while Storm's talking, she does hand the bracers willingly to Vladius. That was her purpose in getting them in
okay.
the first place.
So, Vladius, you can add, what's called the Bracers of Flying Daggers to your inventory.
For non-lethal, can I smack him with the butt end of my lance?
Roll an attack.
He's answering our questions, Lunk. That's a little unnecessary.
But that hits. Roll me some lance damage. That will be non-lethal.
Yeah, it's gonna be non-lethal. 10 non-lethal.
Oh!
You smack him so hard that he falls unconscious with the non-lethal.
Oh, Jesus.
That's what I thought.
Can I give him some light slaps on the face to wake him up?
He's drooling.
Oh, fuck. Can I use medicine check to bring him back to, like, 1 hit point or something? Is that how that works?
Medicine checks are more for, like, this things
Like
that ail the
state
bodies.
of
It's
them.
you're thinking of, like, spare the dying.
Okay, well, I suppose I'll have to use a spell. I didn't want to do this.
It is a cantrip, so
What is?
spare the dying.
Oh,
Yeah, you literally just bring him to stable and 1 HP.
that's not a cantrip I know.
So he's just unconscious.
Lunk! Shit. Do we want to use a potion or do we want to use a spell?
Why don't we just wait?
Yeah, I vote waiting. I'm not waiting.
Do we want to drag him back? I'm not sure if we could bring him to the inn. That might
No.
look bad.
Here is fine. What we should be focused on is getting the bodies out of the street.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
let's
I will
clean
watch this one. If we want to tie him up a bit.
tie him up
It's not
and
good.
I'm gonna start moving bodies, and while I'm gonna move them, I'm gonna start patting them down, trying to find any coin out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
They don't need it where they're going.
yeah. That's so patting him down. You find among the living 4 studded leather armors, 4 short swords, and then that one that had the bracers. Who no longer has the bracers. Amongst all of them, you find about 25 silver pieces. And just
Nice.
as you're continuing to pull, or you guys are continuing to pull the bodies out of the street and throwing them into the inn, or the sleeping giant, he finally comes away with it.
He's tied up now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, after I drank my healing potion, I was gonna take my 50 foot of rope and tie him up as best
You
I
didn't
could.
have to take a healing potion. I was actually about to heal you.
Oh, my bad.
It's okay. You already did it.
I thought Valera was the one with healing potion or healing spells. My bad.
I'm a cleric.
I didn't know. All you've done is be a pirate and shit on people so far.
Instead, while he's unconscious, I will cast Cure Wounds on Burdane.
Dope.
Thank you.
I can also heal.
Okay.
I'm taking one of those.
I'm still at
to go
half
back.
health. If anybody wants to heal me more.
So he comes
Out of
or
character.
he comes awake with the start and is looking around the room and now at the bodies of his friends.
Hello. Sorry about Lunk. He got a bit excited. He does that. You may want to, no sudden movements.
He's,
Yeah, no, I'm obviously not raging anymore. I would assume this has been way longer than a minute.
yeah.
Yeah, not raging anymore.
You see him
Normal guy.
adjust his face a little bit, and his nose is at a weird angle.
So, where were we? What's the ruffian's purpose? What are you guys doing in town? You just like to torture people for fun, or?
We make money doing this. Everybody has their own thing. People make money here. We make money.
Do you have a leader?
Aye.
Who is he?
Call him the glass staff.
Funny name.
Well, he has a glass staff.
You guys are very creative.
That
Listen,
makes him a wizard then?
he does dabble in the arcane arts, yes, but we don't really. We're not lauded for our creativity. We take money from people.
Have you
What is there not to
seen
understand?
a magical fellow by the name of Lano Ulbrich recently?
No.
I suppose you wouldn't even know who that was. Do we know what he looks like? Did Sildar tell us?
See, here's the funny thing. You take people's money, and I take people's lives. So, you start talking with us a little bit more. Cooperate. Or else.
I'm cooperating as best as I can.
I know,
Mr.
but...
He's being very helpful.
Good
I
God,
hope...
a lot of you have never interacted with a hostage situation like this in your lives.
Would you like to take the lead, BB?
Please, yes.
You're actually right, Sergeant. I've never interrogated a man before.
Shine.
I'm trying to make some headway, and these lot keep threatening him for no reason. He's being
I
perfectly
no such
reasonable.
thing.
Looking at the rest of you, like, and then he looks at Burdane. It's like, I assume you're the sensible one here.
I'm plenty sensible.
Oh,
More
I
than
thought we were
most.
I thought we were playing good guard, bad guard.
You lot hush. Let BB do his thing, the sergeant, Sergeant Big Hand. They call him Sergeant Big Hand.
He leaves big bruises, I hear. Better be good.
Vlad, he gets it.
He's just sitting
Lunk
there
just
waiting.
standing behind him the whole time.
Deep breath. Deep breath. So, first, I would like to apologize for your friends here. My intention was not to come in and commit small mass murder.
That's what you said you wanted.
Brawl. Not
Well,
murder.
When they pull swords on you, you can't just bring fists to a sword fight.
There are
They
ways to
started
take down.
Brawl. They took Brawl to death. Meat put
Right.
them to death.
Ways to take down non-lethally. Regardless, they're dead now. You're alive. Personally, I would like to keep it that way.
I would too.
Yes, I'm aware. So, thank you for telling us that you have a leader named Glassstaff.
Aye.
Aye. And I assume he holds himself up with the rest of your crew on the manor on the hill. Yes.
Yes.
There's a lot of you.
Aye.
Give or take 20, 30.
There is actually. Let me see.
He pulls out his roster.
The-
Let me count real quick.
I'm not
many
sure
are in
about
my
the
guild?
whole complex, but yeah, there's on the upper end of 20 to 30.
Right. Okay. Sizable extortion operation you've got going on here.
Yes.
Now, we don't know these people. We're new here, if you couldn't tell. But I don't take too kindly to bandits, and neither do my friends. In fact, we were sent here to kind of assist with the town's problem with extortionists. Hopefully in a non-lethal way, And I'll direct that at the rest of the party.
They started it. This one was throwing daggers.
You're acting like
That
children.
seems pretty lethal to me.
They started it. Woo, boo, hoo.
I'm gonna
End it peacefully.
slickly lean in and whisper into Berdane's ears. You know we can't let him leave it alive.
Of course we can. Don't talk nonsense.
We were sent here for a job.
Right, the job didn't involve killing all of them.
Do you know about a secret tunnel, friend?
Good question, Storm.
I
Right.
do.
Secret tunnel leads into the manor, I'd assume.
Right. We often don't use it.
Oh, even better.
It's guarded by this hideous one-eyed monster. So we
Ooh.
often kind of just stay away.
That's not a very nice thing to call a woman.
Even
Well,
he
good
kind of
news.
just groans.
Good news. I guess you're coming with us then.
Does that mean I get to live?
Unless the one-eyed monster gets you.
Hold, I disagree with letting him come with us. He's injured and
We can bring him
baggage.
to Sildar. Is there some sort
Right.
of sheriff situation, or is it just, anything
They could put
goes?
you in a room where you'll be safe and alive and waiting some form of punishment, I'm sure. But you'll be alive, and that's something, right?
Oh, I guess we can let you live.
Are you sure
See.
there's not a way we could let me live and let me go?
Probably not.
No.
Do you know where there is some treasure? If that
Oh, maybe we
helps.
could talk. What kind of treasure?
I don't know. I just know there's a chest somewhere
That's
underneath.
not very convincing, darling.
No, you're not getting anywhere with that. I've heard of chests under things all over the place.
Well, he's told us that it's underneath something, so probably underneath the manor.
Aye.
Through the tunnel.
It's
Perfect.
It's easier accessed through the tunnel than it is to go through the rest of the manor because there's not much of a climb. There's a
You've been
bit of
very helpful so far.
Appreciate that. Can I go?
Well, you can go to Sildar for judgment.
But you'll live. Probably, for now.
Perhaps Sildar can give our friend here a better description of, Ulbrich. And maybe he's seen him.
Did we not just make a deal, though? He'll tell us about the treasure and we'll let him go?
Well, we didn't agree to that.
Well, that's underhanded.
Well, no, he said,
No, none of us agreed to anything.
yeah, he said he could offer us the treasure, and I said we can talk about it, but we didn't agree to anything.
And
He
he
told
can
us
tell me.
of treasure. We keep him alive.
He can tell me. He can tell me the location of the treasure, and I don't necessarily need to.
I don't know where it
Okay.
is. I just know it's there.
Well, let's get a move on to Sildar, I think, unless anybody has any more questions.
Lung just kind of looks at Vladius, but he give up and no fight. Why kill?
We were sent on a job to get rid of all the bandits. I thought
Get
that was
rid
our
of
job.
doesn't mean kill every single one.
We make
Well-
him pay for crimes.
I don't- You know, that's the
How-
first reasonable thing I've seen out of the big one.
How else do you make people pay for crimes?
Well, I don't know how they do it in hell, but around these parts, we have something called a justice system.
Maybe.
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
sure what Phandelver has for one of those.
Well, we have
Might be
lawyers
frontier justice.
somehow, but
Well, frontier justice is better than just being outright killed. Maybe you'll be killed by decision of the people instead.
Alright.
I think
yeah, that makes sense. The people don't. The people don't
Let
want him
him
here.
let him go.
Well,
I don't think he's a bandit anymore at this point. I think he's learned his lesson.
If you let me go, I'll try to find a good job. I'd rather do that.
can I
than
insight? Can I insight check him?
on
We
that,
give him to
yeah,
Sildar. He pay for crimes.
You can.
Yeah, we're taking him to Silver.
15.
He seems relatively genuine. He doesn't want to spend time rotting in jail. He's willing to make any kind of agreement to let him live and not be imprisoned.
He seems pretty sincere. How do we know that you're not going to go and tell your friends about us?
I mean,
don't.
I will say that
We make him pay for crimes.
they would kill me just as fast as you lot would.
That works for me. I'm alright with
I've already
letting him go at
spoken
this
too
point.
much. So please,
Made my vote.
if we can make our way to a decision, I don't care at this point. Take me to the Sildar. Let me go. I don't care.
Do you have family that they would be after?
No, it's
They
just me. I lost my sister a while ago.
Oh. That is sad.
Aye.
All right, stand up.
And he stands up. He has a little bit of trouble with him being completely bound, but
All right, to Sildar we go. If you're nice, you might get let go early on good behavior.
yes,
Who
I hope
knows?
it-
State your case.
We'll
I
let
think
him know
Sildar
you.
wants to make a good impression.
We'll let him know you cooperated.
Okay, so you guys make your way out of the Sleeping Giant down the street to the town master's hall, and in there again is the two clerks out front, and then Sildar sitting in the back behind his desk. And as you guys enter, he looks up at,
We made a friend.
I see.
We're not sure if this is where we're supposed to drop off any kinds of convicts or not, but clearly he belongs to the Redbrands.
He smiles and looks at the lot of you, and you are well on your way to get taking care of this problem. I really appreciate this, and this is going to look really good on the on all of you and myself. Now,
Go easy on him, will you? He's been very cooperative.
he's going to look over at him. Have you? I try to be. Well, good. Hopefully you'll continue that cooperation. And he stands up, and he leads all of you into a back room of the town master's hall, and you can see that it does have 4 chambers lined with iron bars set up as some sort of a prison. And he unlocks one of the doors, opens it up, and slides him inside. He undoes the ropes, and then locks the door behind him. And turns back to you. Oh, where did you get this one?
Sleeping Giant.
Yeah.
You might want to send some people to clean up the bodies there before they begin to smell.
Ooh. Okay. Well, I can definitely say that is a job well.
Hopefully, we can take care of the rest of them in a less lethal manner.
I won't say don't. It does look better on us if there are people alive. Plead their case.
Oh. We'll keep that in mind in the future.
Okay. Well, any news? Or should I get back to
Well,
paperwork and start the paperwork on this one?
I asked him about Ulbrich, your friend, and he didn't seem to know him, but I didn't really have a description to go off if he didn't know the name.
I don't have much of a description either. I
thought
just
he
know
was
the
your
name.
friend.
He's an acquaintance. We know each other through the Lord's Alliance, but we've never actually interacted with each other.
Oh, okay. Well, the leader of the bandits is a man by the name of Glassstaff, they call him. Since he carries a glass staff, they're a very creative bunch.
Oh, they're good at extortion. Not very good at names, I guess.
And it seems he's a magical fellow. And we learned of a tunnel, a secret tunnel that leads into the manor from the cart boy, and it was confirmed by this here new friend of ours. And apparently there's some sort of one-eyed monster that guards that path, and maybe some treasure down there.
Seems like he's
am I
giving you a
missing-
lot of information.
Yes, like I said, very cooperative. He should be rewarded for that. Go a little easy on him. He seems willing to give up the bandit life if you give him a chance.
Right.
Did I miss anything?
Oh, I think aside from giving Sildar your life story, I think you've got just about everything.
Well, I didn't actually say that much. If you'd like to know my life story, I'd be happy to oblige.
Sildar is gonna chuckle along with Nidus and think, "No, please, lass. Let's save that for a mug of ale. And please, if you continue on this route, and meet me at the Stonehill Inn. Round of ale on me for what you've done here today."
I'll take you up on that. Well, where to now?
We have a tunnel to get to.
We do.
Sure sounds like it.
Okay.
Might want to take a short breather.
Oh, of course.
Okay. So, while you guys kind of head back to the inn just for a few minutes, eat a little bit, have a few drinks, taking your hour for long rest or for short rest, you can roll some hit dice if you need to, do whatever you or get whatever you get back from short rest.
We just roll one hit die.
Yeah, you don't have to use all of them.
All right,
guys-
I'm using my second wind.
Okay, and you'll be getting that back because of doing a short rest. And as you guys plan, I'm gonna say if you guys need to, let's take a bathroom break because I've got to piss like a fucking racehorse.
I'm going to drop off my old leather armor that I had because I put on something. Either sell it to someone here at the inn or do whatever we're doing. But yes, bathroom break is needed. I've got to pee really bad.
Okay, so I'll keep that noted.
Glass staff, huh?
Glass staff.
What a title.
Is it a name or a title?
But I'd assume, like, just
Master
his
Glass
nickname.
Staff.
I think it's more of a nickname than anything.
Yeah. Hey, he's got a glass staff.
Old glass staff over
Just
there.
call him that.
Man, staff of glass.
Does anybody need any healing? Any more healing after that?
Not anymore, anyway. No.
I'm back at full now. I don't know if I think Lunk mentioned he needed more. I don't know if he's rolled his hit dice yet.
Don't think so. Yeah, I don't think he's been at his computer for a few minutes.
I don't
So he
want
might
to
need
use.
some.
If we're gonna go into the manor now, I don't want to use any spells if I have to. I have 2 spells left, so if I don't have to use them, I won't.
I know he's at like 16 out of 23. So he's not dying, but
I'm sure if he uses a hit die from the short rest, he'll be up near full at the very least.
You guys know that we can deal lethal damage, and then when they hit 0, declare that you want it to be a non-lethal hit.
I thought you had to make that decision beforehand. I didn't
No.
realize that.
At least according to what I'm looking at.
Cool.
So
To
an
be fair,
attacker
I
who
didn't-
reduces can choose to knock out a creature instead of kill them when that creature hits 0 hit points.
To be fair, Storm wasn't trying to kill them. It was the others
Yeah,
that
it just
killed
happens.
them. I really didn't want to kill them, but that's how it happens.
Nidus came in full, just fuck him.
oh, I saw combat, so I came in guns blazing.
So did Vlad. They just both went in for the kill shot. I mean,
happens.
okay. Storm's not complaining. She doesn't really care either way, to be honest.
So that got
I
people diving out of
do.
fucking windows, getting slashed at by daggers. Blam.
It's easier for
That poor guy who got kneecapped and then shot in the chest, though. That's brutal.
yeah.
More about them. Damn bandits.
Then the other guy, the one that got clocked and then shot in the neck.
Got to get clarification on that. Hey, Kyle,
Yes.
So non-lethal damage can occur whenever a creature hits 0 hit points and you declare to knock them out instead of kill them, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was trying to do when I was asking if they were at 0. If you were curious. For fun, I tried to look at the old THACO system for armor class. I regret it. It's to hit armor class 0. Ugh.
So, to go. Okay. Well, yeah, you are right about that, Mitchell. But anyway, you guys are.
Mitchell's not even here.
Yeah, he posted something in my chat. Sure, I'm not missing any notifications here. It's hard to have Discord open. Here's just now. Anyway. Okay. So, you guys make a decision on what you guys are going to go do next? Go into the tunnel?
Yeah.
You gotta find that tunnel.
Okay.
Secret tunnel.
So, traveling into the woods, you walk, out of the townmaster's hall and back towards the Alderleaf farm, and past that, broken, stone fence. You continue for a few, about 50 feet until you get to the cusp of the small wood that sits to the south of the Tressendar Manor. And walking into the wood, it is pretty dense in foliage. You hear the sounds of the birds and other small creatures scuttling around. And there is a very faint trail that carries on for what easily can be seen as 15 feet into the woods, but after that it gets a little bit more difficult. Survival checks.
Yes, sir. Nope. Maybe. Probably not.
So,
well,
Verdane and Nidus, using both of you have a little bit of experience, so you're able to follow the trail for another 20 feet after it supposedly ends. After that, it gets a little bit more difficult. If you guys want to, or if those present wants to roll another. You can if you'd like to.
of course I'd like to try and do better than a 12. That's a little better than a 12.
And Nidus kind of gets a little distracted in with tinkering with his gun. You know, kind of cleaning it off a little bit and loses the trail.
I make a check, or since I'm not trained, I can't?
You can. But Berdane, with that, what's up?
21.
Nice, good roll.
I got a bunch of wisdom.
So, with that, Berdane, you continue the trail for another 75 feet into the woods, and you're beginning to see the ridge line of the hill that the manor sits on. Getting closer to it, though, Storm points out that there's another veer, like a turn off from the trail and leading you guys through. Storm, you add to his path and continue on for the final few feet, or about 20 feet, and you get to the wall of stone, and there is an opening that leads underneath the manor, supposedly. To answer your question, Mitchell, you would probably have to keep or not be wielding your shield for something like that. So it's shield or javelin. And you guys are at the cusp of this cave entrance. Looking in, it is very dark.
It's sizable.
It's about 15 feet of an opening. And looking in, the path seems to go, or it'd be about 10, 12 feet wide.
How does it smell?
It is rather rank, actually. There's a foul smell that kind of emanates once you guys enter in. It smells like decomposition. Not of flesh and bone, but of rotting food and things like that.
With that, I'm gonna touch one of the I'll touch one of the buckles on my outfit and make it start giving off a strong minty odor. Try to combat that.
Okay. So along with the death or the decay of foodstuffs, there begins to be a strong minty odor or minty smell.
Ooh, I'm not
that
sure
kind of
those
freshens up the
well.
area.
I try to change that. Let's do the smell of pine sol. Some wintergreen pines instead.
Okay.
I appreciate the thought of making the cave smell better, but I'm afraid that some of our more surface-dwelling companions can see quite as well in here. Anyone have a torch?
Storm will pull one out.
Okay.
Perfect.
Giving you a bit of
I
light.
was just gonna ask to hold your hand, BB.
That's a lot of hand to hold.
Not to mention, I'll keep both of my hands on my maul. Thank you very much.
Well, you don't have to say it like that.
So,
Sorry.
continuing in, this cave seems to span, like you guys get about 50 feet in, this cave, and it's like almost completely dark, except for the small torchlight that is coming through. And
Nice.
I
can see okay though, right?
Do you have
With
dark
my
vision?
Yes.
Yeah, then it's still dim. There's an absence of color without the torchlight, but you can still see. And with those of you with dark vision, you're starting to be able to see that there is a little bit of light emitting from the end of the tunnel, and it seems to be about 120 feet deep. At where that light stands. And as you guys get to this point, a cold breeze starts filling this large natural cavern, and carrying with it now is mixing with the faint smell of decaying food, is now mixing with this faint smell of decaying flesh. And the as you close in on the end of the cavern, I'd like all of you to make me perception checks.
It's 23.
Rip.
I did good, everybody.
Nice.
And the dice giveth, and the dice taketh.
Would that be disadvantage for me even with the torchlight?
Seeing no, I'm saying
Okay.
it typically would be, but with your torchlight and the small span of the area, nah, you can see pretty clearly, at least from 20 feet behind you, 20 feet in front of you.
19 then.
Okay. Verdane and Storm, two of you notice with the light coming off of the torch, you see this faint greenish glint. It almost looks like the reflection off of an eyelid peek down the cavern and then quickly move back.
Ooh. We have company.
I don't think my perception went through, but you got a nat 20, so we're good.
So,
It rolled like a
There's-
17 for me.
did we get like a direction?
Yeah,
Like, it's in front of us, but above, below.
on the same level. So, like, if you
On the
continued
same
walking forward, you would see the exit of the cave, and it looks like it darts kind of almost in like a little alcove that's just outside the or just
Keep your
inside
eyes-
the
Could
Keep
you
your
put me
eyes
on the current map?
Healed, boys. We're still on the regular map.
Oh,
Oh, looking at the town?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I was just confused.
I'll take a quick
There's-
moment since I didn't state it
I was in the
before. I'll
bathroom, so on
reload
the
my
stream
gun.
it's different.
okay. Nidus reload.
There's no way. There's no way that thing didn't see us.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm
think
sorry,
we've
but
lost-
with that accent, I just got hit with the Family Guy redneck guy. There's
I-
no
I-
way.
think we lost the element of surprise when I lit this torch, so...
Fine.
I'll make sure that instead of any of the casings hitting the ground and making noise, I'll catch them and put them in a pocket.
And then, did you see my message, Kyle? I would like to somewhat... I don't know if 5e works this way, but could I somehow, with my javelin, could I ready an attack for when, like, an identified threat shows itself? Something that either
That would-
attacks us or the party wants to attack?
That would be heavily dependent on whether or not you caught the target by surprise.
Okay, because of the way perception works in 5e.
Yes.
Okay, I got you.
I'm
I got you.
gonna let my meat shields here lead. I know Burdane loves when I call him that.
I'll lead.
Okay.
I'm right behind BB.
So
I'm
Perfect.
behind Blanc.
And I will let my meat shield Storm guard me.
So as you get closer, and you're about 25 feet from the exit of the cave, all of you hear this creeping, chittering voice, almost like scratch at the back of your head. And it starts off with a little bit of a mad cackle, and a bit of gibberish. But quickly it says, what? Who are you?
Who are you?
Grint.
Grint?
I see
It is in common, correct? We
He
can
is.
all understand this.
He is speaking in common, but he's not. You hear it in the back of your mind rather than through your ears.
I'm Storm.
Storm, have shiny? Give me shiny, please. Give shiny.
I'll take out a copper piece.
Can I
No.
make a perception check? Because, obviously, like we've discussed before, Lunk not knowing the whole magic stuff, he thinks the sound is coming from behind him, so he's, like, looking all around.
Okay. Sure, go
Would
for
that
it.
be a perception or investigation?
It'd be perception.
Can I figure out where the voice... I know it's coming in my head, but do I hear anything else that might indicate a person anywhere?
Not really.
Okay.
30-20.
So, looking behind you, there is nothing. Even with the torchlight, you just see the long tunnel that you guys just walked through.
How about this, friend? Grint. If you show yourself, I will give you a shiny. She takes out a silver piece.
He steps out tentatively, all while completely focused in on Nidus.
Oh shit.
Shinies! And what you see in front of you is this large one eye glowing green, and his two hands only have four dexterous clawed fingers on them, and a slight rough muscly figure that seems to be made of like almost like decaying flesh. And as you can now see him now. That smell of rot is getting very apparent. And that singular eye is still trained on Nidus, especially that buckle that he enchanted with magic. And he's kind of rubbing these large clawed hands together. Shiny.
Is there a knowledge check to figure out what the hell this is that's staring at me and asking for a bullet?
It would be either Arcana or Religion.
I'll take a jab at religion.
That's all you had to say.
You know what? I'll take a jab at Arcana just cause.
Nidus, I don't think it sees things the same that you see things.
15 Arcana.
Nidus, you've come across this in a few books that you've studied through and read. This is called a Nothic.
A Naka what?
Oh, fuck!
Nothic. Nothic. It is an aberration that is typically or sometimes summoned, other times just happens to find their way out of their plane. And this creature, you would know, they're typically on the mad side. They also, with that knowledge check, you know that you've read of their weird eye that allows them to see magical auras as easily as you guys see light.
Oh. So by shiny, he doesn't mean actually shiny. He means magic.
Yeah. Yeah, Nothics are fucking trash. I hate them.
What? Why are you here?
We're just passing through.
I'll pick up a pebble and I'll make it shine a bit.
You can see that eye grow wide. Shiny, shiny, shiny. And all this conversation is going on inside of your head.
If we give you shiny, will you let us pass unharmed?
You can see him kind of like pondering. Two shinies.
Could I try to whisper to Nidus and like hold out a small hand axe? You make small axe temporarily magic.
Not yet. I don't think that'll be necessary. I'll pick up a second pebble and I'll make it. Won't make it shiny, but I'll give it like a sweet smell to it.
Very quickly. And do you hold him out?
Yep.
So he sinks his large claws into the walls of the cavern and just kind of crawls in this big spiraling motion until he's standing next to you, Nidus, even along the ceiling, and then just kind of like he's hanging on to the side of the wall and reaches out his hand.
You have a very lovely home.
I'll place it in its hand.
He takes him and scurries back into the enclave or the alcove and just kind of continues looking. You go. My home.
Your home is lovely. Thank you. And she's gonna start shoving Lunk forward.
I was gonna say, I guess Lunk and the rest of the party just hurriedly okay.
Yeah, just Lunk or Storm starts kind of pushing.
Yeah,
Lunk's
confused at first, and then at the ushering, just oh.
You can, yeah. Well,
So your new shinies.
and he, as you say that, as you walk by, he is completely enthralled with these two stones and is just ignoring you at this point. And so now, I'm going to move you guys over to the actual map.
Gotta love artificers.
This looks
that's,
familiar.
That's not the right map.
I think this
Hey.
been here before.
Now, out of character
Deja
for the
vu.
rest of you guys, I have fought a swarm of Nothics before. Fuck that.
Are they?
Fuck that.
Ooh.
And just so you guys can see what this creature looks like, I gave it as best of a description as I could.
Oh yeah, you never showed us the thing. Yeah, no, they're gnarly little dudes.
By the way, my lighting, I can only like see like a sliver corner thing.
From a DM standpoint, very cool little critters.
Ah!
Yeah, very cool little critters. Mage fucking slayers. Sorry, what?
Fuck those things.
Nah, they alright. They're fairly weak, but it's like the kobold mentality, like the ant mentality. In numbers, we thrive.
Oh, the reason why you can only see a sliver is because you're inside of a wall. Is that better?
Okay, okay.
No!
I was
I
actually
just,
gonna
like-
ask that.
Storm is literally just like.
I should have been behind Burdane, but yeah, right there. That's where I was about to put him. And I should be at max health, by the way. I don't think it went through, but I rolled a hit die when we did a short rest.
Yeah, if you roll it on your phone, it won't go through to roll 20.
Oh,
Mhm.
but yeah, I actually got a full fucking roll. I got a 14 because I rolled a 12 with my D12 plus 2 is a 14. So
Yeah,
I'm
so
back
just-
to full.
Yeah, just fix it on D&D Beyond. It should go through and fix it on
Yeah.
roll 20 eventually.
If I do 14 heal, it'll just put me
And-
at current. Dope.
While you guys are here, give me some perception checks.
Perception.
Yeah, okay.
Dim light or...
In
Oh
this,
no, she has the torch lit. She has the torch.
it is dim light though.
Even with the torch?
With the torch,
So,
it helps a
disadvantage?
lot, but there's not many torch sconces in the area. There's enough lighting that you wouldn't impose disadvantage, but it is still, a little difficult to see.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
But Vladius with that natural
Glad it's a
20.
nat 20, dude.
Um,
That's your second nat 20 tonight, right?
Says black. Yeah.
You gotta love tight caves. They reflect light very well.
so,
Thank you, Vlad, though. Because
what you
other
guys
than
see...
that, it was up to Nidus.
Well, I can see. I've got 19.
Yeah, what you guys see, you see
I
a
didn't see that,
massive
yep.
crevasse that divides this cavern and is flanked by two rough stone-looking columns that support the 20-foot high ceiling. Two arched wooden bridges span the chasm. And with that amazing natural 20, the crevasse spans about 50 feet down. And Vlad, you look over the edge and you see the small glint of what looks like a steel band. Down inside the crevasse. And you can also hear the small, or the hushed argument of two male voices and four other voices kind of arguing back and forth with each other. It's kind of echoing through the halls.
It's echoing, so it can't really pick up where it's coming from.
You do hear it to the right of you currently.
Okay. Interesting. We should be careful. I will pass on the information of that to everyone in a hushed tone of voice and say we should be careful because we have company.
Stealth it is.
When he says that there's the people to the right of us, I'm going to kind of point, like, over here in this direction and ask, we fight or sneak past?
Let's try and sneak. If that's not too difficult for you, BB.
It won't be easy, but I'm sure if Larius takes point, we should be fine.
It might be easy.
Whoever takes point, Lunk will be like directly behind, obviously.
Distract people, take them out one at a time.
And Verdane, give me a investigation check.
Okie dokie. 18.
Perfect. With your knowledge as a sergeant, you've had to construct really rough and quick bridges to get across different areas every once in a while. And you can tell that the bridge that is adjacent or next to you guys is not very well crafted, however sturdy. But looking down the way towards the other one, it is... You almost can see at a distance that the thread or the rope that holds part of that bridge up is near fraying.
So not the closest bridge to us, but the bridge further up this way.
Correct.
All right. Well, these are some shoddy bridges. I'll point to the closest one. This one seems fine, but there's one further up the cave that I wouldn't trust.
Do we want to cross here, or is there another option? I can't see much from back here.
We could go right towards the voices across the bridge. We could take a left. Or perhaps we could go forward around the bend and keep moving forward north.
I'd say maybe we sneak to the left away from the voices. They're arguing about something.
I'm not sure how much faith we have in our sneaking capabilities, but I would rather not leave anybody behind us. That makes sense.
Do the left stairs go downwards?
Yes.
DM. Lunk kind of chimes in at what Vladius said, and, well, left goes down, and boss usually in deepest down.
It's worth a thought.
I'd like to investigate the voices, but if I'm outvoted, that's all right.
We're worried
Storm
about
Storm is right. We should take out the people to the right, I say, and then go back to the left and go down and find big
What was
box.
that, Nidus?
So we're worried about the whole of our stealth, so why not the stealthy ones take a look downstairs and see if there's anything nearby?
Yeah. Maybe I'll take a little peek around the corner.
Obviously, me, not me.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
What is this is like just a descending
Stairwell, yeah.
I'm seeing. Yeah. And there's two doors I'm seeing.
Yeah, so give me a stealth check.
Okay.
Is it just him going down there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I want to go down. I want to go with him, but my stealth is not great. Oh shit.
I have an alright stealth.
So, making your way down.
I want to be right behind him. Do you want me to roll a stealth check?
I do.
Fuck this.
If you're going with him.
It's a dex, so I'm all right with that. 13. All right, not much worse than him. Let's go.
Okay, so
I didn't fuck us up.
You're good.
Getting close to the door, and leaning in, you see one door to the south of you and one to the north. The one to the north, you hear a variety of voices, pretty easily because they're not really trying to be quiet. They're shouting, and it seems like there's a group gambling in that room. In the room to the south, you would need to make a perception check. Both Lunk and Vladius. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna sit around and wait.
Is this a perception check for hearing or sight?
Hearing.
Okay, cool. Regular. Dope. Love it.
Vladius, leaning in and putting your ear to the door, you hear 4 voices. Very deep and grumbling voices snoring away.
Ooh.
I can still just only hear the people fucking arguing and gambling.
Yep.
I kind of look at I'll look at Vlad quizzically. What do?
Well, they're sleeping and they're gambling up there. Can I tell which way these doors open?
Inward.
Inward? Okay, so
Away from us, then. Okay.
away from us. So I could technically tie a rope to each doorknob or each door opening. How do these doors open? Can I tie them together so that they wouldn't
I
be
have
able to
50 feet of rope.
Yeah, I was going to say...
That would work perfectly, actually.
In theory,
Yeah.
So they can't open both doors?
In theory, they can't open both doors, yeah.
Okay, make me a stealth
Tie it
check.
taut.
And I'll make me a stealth check, and I'll have Lunk make me the dexterity check.
Okay. Just a raw dexterity?
Yeah.
Oh, not great, but...
That's fantastic.
Without any issue, Gladius, you lay the rope over both doors, and Lunk comes behind you and fashions one of the strongest knots, or a decent knot, and pulls it taut.
So these doors open inward, and they're not going to be able to open them.
Can Storm see them from where she's standing, or does the torchlight not reach?
The torchlight would reach and show you or they're doing something, but not what.
Okay.
I can't remember which one it is. I think it's the technically the slip knot, the one that gets tighter the more you pull on it. I just tie a slip knot to both fucking doors, basically. Tie it taut and cut off whatever excess rope I can afford. Unless it's 50 feet apart.
It's not. They're 15 feet apart.
They're 15 feet apart? Okay, so yeah, I'll cut off whatever of my rope I can afford, or whatever of Gladius's rope we can afford.
You would lose 20 feet of rope.
Okay, so yeah.
Right, and
that means you got 30 foot of rope left, buddy. And then just typical dad type stuff. Can I like flick the rope and just that's not going anywhere? Quietly, of course, but you got to. You know what I'm saying? If you don't say it's not going anywhere, it's gonna fail. Chat, obviously. Why do you think dads do it?
I'll say gently pulling on the rope with that dexterity check would, be fine. And so,
nice. In
Lunk fashion, this no go nowhere.
Yeah, this no go.
All right, and the rest of you.
Give
Oh, I'm just watching.
Very reassuring pat on the back.
I'm just watching, kind of like looking around the cavern.
So, just so I'm clear, we basically just home alone to these guys and not being able to open their respective doors.
Yes,
that's fucking awesome. That's so awesome.
Okay.
Storm might actually get a little impatient and start wandering across this bridge.
Okay. Easily enough done. And which way do you turn? North or south?
And then, yeah, I would assume a slight delay, and then we would come back up from our excursion.
By eeny, meeny, miny, mo rules, I'll go this way.
South? Okay.
Seeing that Storm is going to venture on, I'd like to try to get behind her, but I'm not going to, like, run and make a ton of noise, so...
She's literally just doing a thing, kind of like, she's just, like, looking around, and she stays still for a little bit, and then she kind of gets bored and just starts wandering.
Okay, could I, like, walk normal pace, you know what I mean, and, like, catch up to her then?
Easy enough. And crossing
Seeing
over
that
the bridge...
she's adventuring ahead, I don't want somebody to go off alone.
Easy enough. Crossing over the bridge and continuing on. Storm, once you get to the corner where it veers down to the south, I'll need another stealth check for anyone that's following that. So that would, at this point, be Storm, Lunk, and Vladius.
So, like, I would be still standing here, but you want me to roll that stealth as well?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'll roll stealth for sure.
Unless you're not trying to be stealthy.
No, I mean, I'd like to at least try to be stealthy.
Okay.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry, guys.
Let's see. Disadvantage. Nice.
Okay.
Stomp.
While doing that, and while we're just standing around here not doing shit.
Oh, did Lunk go past me?
No.
Well, he
I said
was
you
he
can
was
go to
pretty,
the
he pretty
corner.
much fast forwarded us and say when we get to
Oh,
like
okay.
that corner right there, we got to roll stealths. And since I was like right behind you,
If she knows his lunk coming up behind her, she'll let him pass her in the lead.
Okay.
Don't give me that look for Dane.
I'll be standing right here, but with our still current stealth rolls, if that's cool.
All right. That's perfectly fine. And because I was
Don't give me that look for Dane. What are you trying to say?
because I was asked politely earlier, fortunately we weren't able to get to the point, and I would have liked to, but we're gonna go ahead and end the session here this evening, just a little bit early. But
Tight.
let's see. Yeah, that's about it. I will end it on the note of, as you guys round the corner and go into this hallway, and we'll stop you guys here in this hallway if my Roll20 will continue to
Is Nidus
function
with
for me.
us?
Yes.
I haven't moved a single bit. Otherwise, I would have had to roll stealth. I'm watching.
Waiting.
Come on, Roll20, cooperate.
Tinkering.
Cooperate. Oh my god. Dude, come on.
Lunk's still waiting on his fancy weapon. No.
So as you guys
Why me? Oh,
I'm dragging all of you. As
Gotcha.
you guys get to
I
this
see.
corner, and Nidus, do you still stand there after they round the corner, or do you can follow?
Can't see them anymore, so now I'm gonna start following them.
Okay.
I think Lunk was in the lead. It went
Yeah.
Lunk, Storm.
I would have been in the lead. She let me pass.
Okay.
Now I gotta roll stealth.
At this point, as you guys get to this, or Lunk gets to this wall,
With
you
a
were stopped
14 stealths.
by a brick wall.
Can I
We're
make a
stopped
work-
like
Well,
like
we're
there's just
Can I
a
make-
brick
ending the
wall in
session
front of
there.
me.
Okay.
But with your
Cool.
collective dish, or your collective stealth rolls, it's fine. You guys kind of balanced each other out.
Hell yeah! But I was just wondering. So like literally, there's just a brick wall in front of me.
Lunk, why'd you stop?
Wall.
And
Where
that's
go?
the end.
And like I
And
said,
then
we'll
next time on.
yes, Lost Mines of Phandelver, or Lamop as we call it.
What's behind door
the
number
next
one?
The next episode is Party versus Wall. Who will win?
Yeah, and
Wall
It's
is
obviously a
undefeated.
trap.
but I appreciate you guys coming by and hanging
course.
out and enjoying this wonderful evening. It's been fun.
Yeet.
Hey, speaking of walls, I want you guys to look up Wall Man.
No.
Is he from the Spider-Man comics?
Yes.
Fuck that dude.
What does he do?
Stupid
He's a
wall man.
fucking wall.
This was the worst
Honestly,
character ever and done so wrong by
What
Marvel.
about
you know?
Egghead?
Kyle, what's that little matter of the XP that we
Ooh,
got
great.
this
Yeah,
session?
what's this XP? had to be some,
Let's
like,
see.
Shoot a guy in the throat. And we did Home Alone those people. That's got to be worth something.
Let's.
oh, dude, me and Vlad had to get something.
And we
for that.
talked
That was
our way out of
dope
fighting
shit.
the one-eyed boogeyman.
I don't know if that gives experience. I've played World of Warcraft. And I've never gotten experience for talking to. Actually,
You corrected
Side quests
yourself.
and stuff. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, dude,
side
there's a
quest.
lot
You
of
talk to
times.
those people like 3 times, and you get experience for like nothing.
Did this guy just relate World of Warcraft to Dungeons and Dragons? Cringe.
That's 80 points of experience to each of you.
80. I knew those ruffians weren't shit.
That puts us at 764.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We're almost level 3.
Yes.
I'm at 728.
You fuck.
Should be at 764.
Yeah. You all get
We
the
all
same amount
we
of
all have the same
experience.
XP.
I must have missed something.
You're at 724. That's just add 40. No, you're at 728.
Math is hard.
36.
16.
You can just.
I added it. 36.
You can
I'm
just
at
set that
74.
I was mad. I was wrong.
But that is where we'll pick up next week, and hopefully things pan out.
Thank you, everyone. That was fantastic.
A little bit of spoiler, as obvious as you probably be able to tell, I am putting John into this.
Oh, I thought he was just guest starring. He's joining?
He will be guest starring.
Who the fuck is John?
He will be guest starring next session when we get to it.
Ooh.
Guest starring.
So that's why I asked him to stop by and hang out with us.
Hi, Kix. I know you're deaf and didn't hear, but I'm assuming you're listening.
Hi, Kix.
We love you. Miss you, buddy.
If you're not watching in Twitch, you suck.
Whoa.
He is.
If you are watching in Twitch, you're awesome.
But
you gotta watch on Twitch. Give them,
we
give them the viewers.
Let's see. Let's put this on the final.
I always tune in and mute. Not
gonna lie.
Oh my god.
That's how much I miss you, buddy.
He takes his shirt off. But
I don't think he can see you.
What a jerk.
No, the titties came
everything out here.
We don't.
And everyone, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and thank you for joining our wonderful stream of Dungeons and Dragons. And please take a visit to our to my YouTube channel, because in a couple of days there'll be a new video of a one-shot that some of these players that you see here today were featured in, where they basically bullied a dragon.
Wow, a YouTube channel? What YouTube channel would that be?
It's called McCulkey Gaming.
Is that the same as your Twitch channel name?
Wow, this almost seems like an unshameful, shameless plug.
Wow, that's impressive. If you guys could definitely hit that subscribe button and possibly hit that bell icon so you can get notifications whenever he posts videos.
Holy shit, Mitchell, you're better at this than I am.
Leave a comment.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage, please.
Wouldn't that cancel out because lunk?
Nope, that's a charisma. I'm okay with charisma. It's only intelligence and wisdom.
Okay.
I got a 19 persuasion, so you know what I'm saying, guys?
So,
that's at least a subscribe.
Yeah, that's at least a subscribe, yeah.
I'll make
I think as NPC viewers, they are compelled to listen.
While you're at it, NPC viewers, look up El Shark Diablo and give me a subscribe as well. You can see all sorts of horrible things, such as me in a luchador mask talking shit to Bigfoot in the woods. Me in a luchador mask in Florida talking shit to a shark.
Let's not muddy this up. All right. No.
Me in a luchador mask preparing to take a flight and taking machetes and skulls and bottles of alcohol out of a backpack.
Boris does not exist in real life, chat. Don't worry. This is...
Oh, he totally does now.
This is a character.
Have you ended the stream yet?
No.
This is a character, chat. This is a character. Boris does not exist.
But okay.
Don't worry. Go
I will end it there.
Subscribe to the channel.
That is El Shark Diablo.
Love us.
My alter ego.
You guys have a
wonderful night. We love you. Love us back.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.